Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday Catchup podcast. How are you and how has your week been? I really hope it's been a good one. Something shifted, hasn't it, since that full moon on Thursday and since the Jupiter's gone into Gemini? Is everybody feeling a little bit more relieved? And Jupiter coming into Gemini is said to be really auspicious. So let's watch this space. I love Jupiter. It's such an abundant planet, and it's great that he's hanging around at the minute. I'm going to shift lots of things, so very, very positive. And it's been a week of clearing. I have been clearing so much. Things that I have been not doing, like you put a pile of stuff to one side and then it kind of stays there for weeks. And then you think, I'm going to get around to doing that, and then you never do. So I've been doing that at work and just been clearing, getting all those jobs done that need to be done. And they're just physical jobs, literally clearing clutter, pricing up things that have been hanging around for a little bit. And jobs like that, yeah, that's been a real positive for me. What have you been doing? What's your theme of the week been? What's been happening for you? And what have you been feeling? Because I felt like a sense of feeling lighter, even though there's been a lot going on that has been causing some anxiety because I'm having to deal with stuff that's not in my remit, and it does cause my body to go into a bit of an anxiety. But it's really interesting from an observation point of view and kind of standing outside of myself and looking at how my body's responding and how my emotions and my mind are responding. And I know I've got a little bit of work to do, because it's all very well doing what we know, but when we're outside of our comfort circle and we're having to do things that make us slightly uncomfortable or that we're not familiar with, that can be anxiety producing, and that's what I've felt this week. But putting that aside and being an observer, I can see what's going on, and I know there's going to be massive lessons that's going on. I'm not trying to be too cryptic, but it's just a tricky situation right now that when you're dealing with stuff that you don't deal with every day to day, and this is the first time that something has come up that I'm having to deal with that I've never experienced. It's all new learnings, isn't it? So but as I say, I'm not putting it to one side, am I? But putting that to the side, it's great just to observe. It's really great to observe how so I can only talk about my personal situation, how I'm observing myself. And I really think that helps to identify with the things that need learning. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But really, it's been great. There's that going on if we park that. But as I say, the clearing's been great. And also it's been a really social week for me as well. So we've been meeting up with friends, and it's nice, isn't it? I think I talk about a tribe every week. But being with friends, being around friends, it's really helpful, isn't it? And also, I think my new motto in life is just to have a laugh and just to have some fun and take myself less seriously and observe and just notice what's going on, because we're none of it. We really are none of it. We're not our anxiety. We're not any of this. And it's and life gives us what we need to grow and to move forward. So it's kind of like just need to take myself less seriously, kind of just do what I love and just surround myself with people who have the same kind of thinking as me and the same thoughts, and I'm so grateful for the team at Quest. We all uplift each other. We've all got ongoing stuff, but we're here for each other, and I'm super, super grateful for the team. They're an amazing bunch. Everybody is, and we're all here for each other. And what's amazing as well is that we're all here for our customers. We hear so much in Quest. Honestly, we hear so many stories, things that people go through that you just think, gosh, that's just so hard. But that they just need to be heard and to listen, and there's nothing really much more that we can do. I mean, obviously we can advise them a crystal or whatever, but really we're about here just listening and just helping where we possibly can. Dealing with, divorce, death, illness, it's, every day. And so it's great to have a team that where we support each other. It's really important, and just reaching out to friends. So it's been great this week because of lots of social events, which has really been great. And the other really lovely thing, and I think I spoke about it in my podcast last week, if you listened to that, but the lovely Scott came round to the house, and we recorded a Living a Life of Magic podcast where the roles were reversed and he interviewed me. And I've been really uncomfortable about that in the past, being interviewed, but actually I really enjoyed it. It was great, and Scott was brilliant. He made it so easy for me and asked me some really, really interesting questions. So I'm really excited about that coming out, and that's going to be on Thursday the 6th, I think it is, or Thursday the 5th, whatever that Thursday is, around there. I know the first, I think it's the 6th. So look out for that video. It was great, and he took control and directed the whole thing, and set it up at my house, and it looks fab, and it was, we really, really enjoyed it. So we're going to do that once a month, and we're going to talk about living a life of magic and the steps, and we're going to go into each step on each podcast, but this one, or in each podcast, but this one was a video, and he was asking about my life's journey and what's got me here. But wow, when I was sitting there just hearing myself and listening to the journey, you're just like, wow, our lives are so they're so, gosh, just think about your life, and where you are right now, and what's led you to where you are, and the magic that has taken place, and the synchronicities, and the people, and all of that. And it's just like, it's just amazing, isn't it, that we are where we are? And isn't life great just right now, right this second, right this moment? Life is good. We have all that we need possibly to create a great life. And Stephen Bartlett put up today about our health and how important our health is. And without our health, we have nothing. Honestly, we have to take care of our health and put our health as a priority. And I'm telling myself this as much as you, but I'm telling myself I have to put my health first, because if we don't have health, I've been poorly over the last couple of weeks. I really felt under the weather. I think, I don't know what I had in it. I don't know. But it just, like, when you're feeling better, you realise how poorly you were feeling. And, when we don't have that energy, we don't have that health, it's challenging. So, it's how can we put our health first, and what choices can we make about our health, so that we can enjoy life, because we're here, aren't we? We've been born, we've been created, we've been manifested. We came from nothing, and we've come into form. So let's enjoy life and just learn all the lessons and enjoy it, and live from being a kind heart, and take responsibility. I don't know about you, but have you witnessed how many people don't take self-responsibility? I notice it every day. People just don't take responsibility, and a lot of people just want other people to fix them, or want to ignore what's going on and not just take self-responsibility. And the only thing we can do in life is take responsibility for our actions, for our thoughts, for our behaviors, for our health, for ourselves, for our relationships. It's all down to us taking full responsibility. And so many people aren't. They're very quick to blame, very quick to deflect, and to take off the lights on them, because the people just don't want to take responsibility. I don't know if you've noticed that in your life. I don't know if you know anyone that's not taking responsibility. But, a lot of people think that they're victims, and none of us are victims. It's about taking personal self-responsibility and learning from it. And what is the learning? And I know we've all had very, very painful experiences. We all have. There's been lots going on. And some of us are having to experience some great difficulties and some great challenges. There will be some lessons out of that. And it's about taking responsibility and coming out of victimhood. It's hard, but for anyone that's struggling, there is plenty of people out there that can help. Maybe get some talking therapy or some counselling or something like that. So I know I have regular therapy sessions, and it helps me to be clear and to feel more connected to myself and to the divine. And so, it's about taking self-responsibility. And of course, all of us can look and see where people are, but we have to check in with ourselves, and we have to look at ourselves. Where are we taking responsibility, and where are we not taking responsibility? And then it's about then taking responsibility. So I'm checking in with myself all the time over that. I really am. And I think it's about empowering ourselves, isn't it? It's really about empowering and what we can do in our current situation to live a life. And we all have choices. We all have a choice, don't we, of what we do every single day and every single moment. We have a choice what to do. So, gosh. So one of the things that I'm taking responsibility for, and it's really hard, and that's my food intake, my nutrition and my diet. If you want to use that word, I don't mean as diet, I'm dieting. I just mean diet as in food. And one of the things that Will and I are doing is, I have shared this before, but we're cutting out sugar. It is so hard. It's really hard, but what's motivating us is the results that we're getting from having cut out sugar now. It's got to be for a good few weeks. Obviously, it was hard in India, lots of sugar in India, but I did make some better choices, but couldn't escape it. So then I've had a bit of a sugar wobble. But being back on it, I don't crave sugar, except when I was unwell. I did crave sugar, but I didn't have any. Tap into Eddie Abu. You might want to tap in and tap out, but he's great. He's really great. And I love his slogan, wake the X up, which is very, very good on the whole sugar thing. And I went out shopping at lunchtime today for my lunch, and I got a bag of salad. I got some Parma ham and some feta cheese. No sugar in any of that. I wanted some beetroot. There was sugar and honey in beetroot. I wanted some prawns. There was sugar in prawns. I couldn't believe it. I just didn't know. I didn't know when I started how much sugar was in different products. So, and the benefits that we're getting from having cut out sugar, including reducing carbs as well. And we just have blueberries and strawberries and raspberries. But because it's all about regulating the blood sugar. So when we have sugar, when we eat, the blood sugar, the insulin's released and the blood sugar goes up. And so it's all about, from what I've understood, it's all about leveling that blood sugar and not spiking it. Because what happens then, if we spike the blood sugar, the hungrier we become and the more we crave the sugary foods. So it's about keeping our blood sugars quite level. And the benefits that we've been getting is we've got more energy. We have a clearer mind. We're losing weight slowly. So I believe we're burning that fat that's around the organs. I hope we are anyway. And then we're slowly, we're losing some weight. We've lost a few pounds. My husband's lost a few pounds. He's always had an achy knee ever since he was small. And those aches have stopped. Really interesting. And I know that other people are having amazing benefits from not eating sugar and just eating food, not processed foods at all, the amount of sugar that's in processed foods, but eating food that comes out of the ground, or if you're not a vegetarian, then you can eat meat, and just eat, having a varied diet. So it's just working for us, and that's what we're doing. And if you're struggling a little bit, maybe with energy or weight or anything, could be something to consider. Always consult your doctor, but you could consider that, or consult a nutritionist, or just start making some different choices. But it's definitely worked for me and my husband. And I always swear by acupuncture as well for health. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I love that kind of Chinese medicine. And obviously I'm a great Reiki advocate, being a Reiki master myself. I find that Reiki is mind-blowing, and I don't even know why, because I've been doing it for so long. You'd think I would not find it mind-blowing, but I still find it mind-blowing. Every client I have, I find it mind-blowing, because it's all energy, isn't it? It's all energy. It's all divine energy. And it can help heal, because it gives the boost of healing for people to heal and to give that body a chance to heal. I don't know if I've shared the story with you, and I don't think I have, but my dad had an accident however many years ago, 7 years ago now, really bad accident, and they had to put him in a induced coma, and he was fighting for his life, totally out of it, and his body needed to have some help, because he'd set fire to himself by accident, and he had about 20-something% burns. What can I say? He was in the garden. He was burning some weeds. He thought it had gone out. He'd put some petrol on it, and of course it hadn't gone out, and it sort of kicked back at him, bless him. So he was this is in Ireland, and he was air ambulance to Dublin Burns unit, who were amazing, absolutely fantastic. In fact, he went to Galway first, and they kept him alive overnight, and then he was transferred to Dublin Burn unit. They literally saved his life. They really did. And I believe that I went over as much as I could and just gave him Reiki. And I couldn't even really get to him to give him the Reiki, but I just gave him Reiki where I could, and mainly at his forehead. And I used to stroke his head, and I used to just, give him Reiki. And slowly but slowly, his body responded and healed so much quicker than we expected, because they said it would be months, and it was literally weeks, honestly. And it was obviously the doctors, the nurses, the care he had, the love of his family, his will, and I believe the magic of healing. I really do, and it really helped. And he lived for a good few years after that. Sadly, he's passed away now. His heart just gave up, but we managed to have him for a few more years, and it was a miracle. Honestly, it's just great. I just love any kind of healing, but I just think the Reiki healing is great. And to be honest, I don't even know who enjoys it more, them or me, because when I do it, I just I just love it. It's just creating that sacred space for people, and when they're here, it's just nothing else matters. It's just them and me and the divine and the healing, and just allowing and just like channeling, literally just asking for that energy to go for their highest good. And just as like our hearts know how to beat, and our hair grows and our eyes brighten, and our fingers grow, our fingernails grow, and how that all happens without us having to think about it, and then being able to channel that energy through me, through to them, and then their body knows what to do with the energy. It's just great, and it's so relaxing, and it's so peaceful, and it's just lovely. I did a session today for someone, and it's just lovely, and it's so nice to be able to clear their energy, their aura of anything that's not serving them, and just doing this, just doing what I've been trained for, really, and just doing what I feel intuitively. It's wonderful. It's such a lovely session. And I know that people who've had Reiki from me have really enjoyed it. And yeah, it's just lovely. So yeah, health-wise, I really love that Reiki as much as the acupuncture. I really do. And there are so many, aren't there, other healing practices, and it's just finding what you like to do for your health. And taking responsibility for our own health. So I think that's so important. The other thing that I haven't been doing recently is exercising. I've been trying to walk to work because I haven't felt well. I've been to India, blah, 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 blah. I haven't been. So that's definitely something I have to take responsibility for, and that's my exercise. So I'm kind of ticking lots of it. It's like juggling all the balls, isn't it? It really is. There's so many things to juggle and then take time out for and to prioritise. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want to start again, because this time last year I was running and I was loving it. Let's just start walking first and then start running, and maybe I can get some hits in there as well. But then I want to do yoga. Oh my goodness me, and then I end up doing nothing. So I must start. Tell me about what you're doing, your exercise. I need some inspiration to get going again. And I know my daughter was saying the same thing, that she needs to get going again, and we do need to take responsibility on that. And I want to, and I will, definitely. And to remind myself to drink lots of water, because I haven't been, so that's been naughty as well. So there's all these like little priorities that we need to take for our health, isn't it? So that's been the week. What else is happening? Going to a hen do tomorrow. That should be nice and fun. The wedding is at the end of June, so I'm really looking forward to that. But nothing like a wedding, is there? Just have a good dance and just to have some fun. And I think, that's definitely my header, is to have more fun, live and enjoy life. It's here for the living, isn't it? It really is. So, wow. Weekly podcasts, really interesting. What would you like to hear in these podcasts? Please give me some feedback. Please kind of like, comment, whatever, share. Please tell your friends about this weekly catch-up. I hope the feedback that I've been getting is that you're all enjoying it. So I really hope you're doing that. And if you're not, then don't listen. But if you are enjoying it, then let me know. And I really appreciate all the comments that I do get, because I get them in person, and that's great. But what would you like to listen to? What do you have any questions you want to ask me? Message me, tell me. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep rabbiting every week, which I quite like doing. I'm quite enjoying it. So, what's coming up? I've got chakra workshop coming up very, very soon. So we're going to be exploring chakras creatively. And, I was saying about clearing, and that was one thing that I wanted to do, was create the workbook for that. So the lovely Alistair, who does all my podcasts and all my editing and stuff, he's put that together for me. I created it, and then he does all the, putting it together. So that's ready. That's on the 8th of June. It's only a 3-hour one, but we'll just be exploring chakras, and maybe you want to explore chakras for you, or maybe you're already healing and you want to know a little bit more. So we're going to be doing that. And I've got a Reiki refresher workshop coming up, but you can find all of that on all the websites, thesoulcoach.com, spiritualquest.co.uk, and Home of Reiki. Tomorrow I'm also in the shop in the morning, and we've got the great Steve in doing tarot readings, so that'll be a good day. I'm obviously recording this Saturday night, so that's tomorrow, Sunday. So, but actually you're going to listen to this on Monday, so this will have all passed, but we do have the Steve here most Sundays. I'm going to end it there. I think that's enough for me this week. I hope you have a super, super week ahead. I hope it's a good one. Know that I'm in Quest most of the time. I'm available on email, carolina@thesoulcoach.com. Anything that I can cover on these podcasts, let me know. Maybe we'll talk about feng shui on one of them as well, and space clearing, because it's an absolute passion of mine. I absolutely love it. Maybe we can talk about palm reading as well. That's interesting. But yeah, we'll see what we can cover. Maybe I can do some other kind of podcasts and cover some of these things, and crystals in for feng shui and stuff. But please let me know. Do you just want to close your eyes for a minute? Take a breath. All is well. All is great. You're great. Keep shining. Keep connected to your stillness. Really appreciate yourself. You're doing a great job. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself you love you. You're doing great. Have a good week. Bye.